Good morning. Since andito na lahat ng attendees for today, nag-excuse yung dalawa, pwede na ba tayo mag-proceed na for our lesson for today? Ay, medyo late na rin kasi, 7:30. Anyway, naririnig ba ako ng okay naman ba yung audio ko before we start? Can someone please unmute and tell me kung okay na yung audio ko? Or kung mahina ba? Hello? Hindi ba naririnig yung audio ko?
Naririnig. Naririnig.
Okay, thank you. So, ayan, thank you. So, mag-proceed na agad tayo. So, yung for today, ayun, nag-prepare lang din ako ng questions and problems. Short lang naman sila for merchandising. And then, sa next meeting na tayo mag-jump sa next topic. So, ayun. Ready na ba kayo dyan na mag-answer for the attendees natin? Kindly thumbs up naman dyan. Kung ready na. Ayun. May nakikita na ako. Ayan, naka-thumbs up na sila. So, for the multiple choice questions, ayun. So, una muna multiple choice. You can drop your answers na lang sa chat box. Ayun. So, without further ado, mag-start na tayo. So, ayun. For question number 1, an enterprise which sells goods to customers is known as A. Proprietorship, B. Corporation, C. Retailer, or D. Service firm. So let me repeat the question. An enterprise which sells goods to customer is known as A. Proprietorship, B. Corporation, C. Retailer, or D. Service firm. You can now start answering. Okay, we have one answer. What about Ely? C. So the answer is letter. The answer is letter C. Yan. Next question. Number 2. Sales revenue less cost of goods sold is called A. Gross profit, B. Net profit, C. Net income, or D. Marginal income. Sales revenue less cost of goods sold is called letter A. Gross profit. Ayun. So next number. After gross profit is calculated, operating expenses are deducted to determine letter A, gross margin, B, net income, C, gross profit on sales, or D, net margin. So after gross profit is calculated, operating expenses are deducted to determine A, gross margin, B, net income, C, gross profit on sales, or D, net margin. So your answers, pareho kayong letter B. So the correct answer is letter B. So, ayun, number 4, next question. Cost of goods sold is determined only at the end of the accounting period in a perpetual inventory system, B, periodic inventory system, C, both perpetual and periodic inventory system, or letter D, neither perpetual nor periodic inventory system. Your answer is letter, for Edie, it's letter B, and letter B, David. So the correct answer is letter B, periodic inventory system. Number 5, or question number 5, in a perpetual inventory system, cost of goods sold is recorded A, on a daily basis, B, on a monthly basis, C, on an annual basis, or D, with each sale. Let me repeat. In a perpetual inventory system, cost of goods sold is recorded A, on a daily basis, B, on a monthly basis, C, on an annual basis, or letter D, with each sale. We have an answer from Amy. She said letter D. How about kay David? David's answer is letter C. So the correct answer is letter D, with each sale. Ayun. So, perpetual inventory system. Yung cost of goods sold and yung merchandise inventory, nire-record na agad sila with each sale. While dito sa taas, di ba, yung cost of goods sold naman, nire-record lang at the end kapag periodic inventory system siya. So, number 6 na tayo. Okay. Number 6, for question number 6, under perpetual inventory system, acquisition of a merchandise for resale is debited to the A, merchandise inventory account, B, purchase account, C, supplies account, or letter D, cost of goods sold account. Any answers? You can start answering na sa chat box. Edie said letter A. What about David? B? Sino ba? So, the correct answer is letter A. Yun, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, di ba? Under perpetual inventory system, each sale, nare-record mo na agad yung cost of goods sold and merchandise inventory account. So, ayun. So, yung compared sa periodic, ganito. Periodic, type of periodic and then perpetual. So, sa periodic, nagre-record ka ng purchases. Ganito. Ayan. So, sa periodic, nagre-record ka ng purchases. Purchase discounts. Purchase discounts and purchase returns and allowances. Tapos, trade-in. So, lahat yan, dito sa perpetual inventory, magiging merchandise inventory na lang. Hindi nag-drag. Ayun. So, yun yung difference nila. Lahat ng journal entry mo na may purchases, purchase discount, purchase returns, and allowances, tapos fit in sa periodic. Sa perpetual, lahat na sila, add or less na agad sa merchandise inventory. So, number 7, next question. I wait, before tayo mag-proceed sa next question. Nagets ba yung difference between periodic and perpetual? Kindly thumbs up naman dyan kung nagets nyo. Ayan. So, I'm seeing thumbs up na. Ayan. So, proceed na tayo sa next question. Number 7. If a purchaser using a perpetual inventory system agrees to freight terms of FOB shipping point, then the A, merchandise inventory account will be increased. B, merchandise inventory account will not be affected. C, seller will bear the freight cost. Or letter D, the carrier will bear the freight cost. So, you can send your answers na through the chat box. So, if under ng perpetual inventory system and the freight terms are FOB shipping point, letter A, merchandise inventory account will be increased. Letter B, merchandise inventory account will not be affected. C, seller will bear the freight costs. Or D, carrier will bear the freight costs. Lily said letter A. And David said letter C. So, ano nga ba yung sagot? So, the correct answer is letter A. So, under the freight terms, FOB shipping point, ang mag-shoulder ng cost is yung buyer. So, under FOB shipping point, ang mag-shoulder ng cost yung buyer. So, idadagdag siya sa cost ng fit in, siya yung magbabayad ng fit in pala. And under perpetual inventory system, di ba? Fit in, merchandise inventory. So, mag-i-increase yung merchandise inventory. Ayun. So, next question. Number 8. Flynn Company purchased merchandise. Computation na pala to. Okay, so, Flynn Company purchased merchandise from Kate's company with an invoice price of 5,000 pesos and credit terms 210 and 30. What is the net cost of the goods if Flynn Company pays within the discount period? So, take advantage na dyan yung discount period. So, letter A is at 5,000. Letter B, 4,900. Letter C, 4,500. Or letter D, 4,600 pesos. You can start dropping your answers na sa chat box. Letter B. Letter B ba? So, how about the others? Letter B. So, you are correct. The correct answer is letter B. So, paano nakuha yun? 5,000 multiplied by 98% or ilalas mo yung 2% from the 5,000 na discount. You will arrive at 4,900. So, next question. Number 9. Zach's Market recorded the following events involving a recent purchase of merchandise. So, ito yung mga transactions. Receive goods for 50,000 pesos, terms 2 210 and N30, returned 1,000 pesos of the shipment for credit, paid 250 pesos freight on the shipment, and lastly, na information, paid the invoice within the discount period. So as a result of these past events, the company's merchandise inventory is A, increased by 48,020 pesos, B, increased by 49,250 pesos, letter C, increased by 48,265 pesos, or letter D, increased by 48,270 pesos. So you can start typing your answers na sa chat box if you already have any. Eli said letter D and David said letter E. So the correct answer is letter D. So paano na-compute yan? So 50,000, nag-purchase siya ng 50,000, less return na 1,000, and then nagbayad siya within invoice. Ayun. So, nag-purchase ka ng 50,000 and then nag-return ka ng 1,000 and then nabayaran mo siya within the discount period. So, 50,000 less 1,000. Okay. Less pala yung ginamit. So, 50,000 less 1,000 is 49. And then, nagbayad siya within the discount period, di ba? So, yung 49,000, multiply mo sa, ilalas mo yung discount na 2% within the discount period. Yan yung purchase cost, 48,020. I-add mo yung 250 na freight cost. So your total cost is 48,270. So purchase. Ayun. So letter D, meron kang increase ng 48,270. So, before tayo mag-proceed sa next question, pwede ba humingi ng thumbs up kung na-follow yung computation? Ayun, so na-follow naman yung computation. Next question na tayo. Number 10. Number 10, Jake's Market recorded the following events involving a recent purchase of merchandise. So, ito yung mga events or transactions. Receive goods for 20,000 terms to 210 and 30. Return 400 pesos of the shipment for credit. Paid 100 freight on the shipment and paid the invoice within the discount period. So as a result of these past events, the company's merchandise inventory is A, increased by 19,208 pesos. B, increased by 19,700 pesos. Letter C, increased by 19,306 pesos. Or letter D, increased by 19,308 pesos. Pareho sa problem sa taas dito. So we can start answering na or dropping your answers. So your answer is letter D. So letter D ba? Yes, letter D is the correct answer. So it is 19,308 and same lang yung pag-compute sa taas tsaka dito sa baba. So next question na tayo. Number 11. A credit sale of 800 pesos is made on April 25, terms 210 and N30, on which a return of 50 pesos is granted on April 28. What amount is received as payment in full on May 4? A. 735. B. 784. 800 pesos. Or letter D. 750. So your answer is letter A. The correct answer is letter A. So nakahabol siya, no? Nakahabol siya sa discount period na take advantage ngayon. Next question. The collection of a 600 peso account within the 2% discount period will result in A. Debit to sales discount for 12 pesos. B. Debit to accounts receivable for 588 pesos. C. Credit to cash for 588 pesos. Or letter D. Credit to accounts receivable for 588 pesos. So you could start dropping your answers now. So, ayun. Magkaiba kayo ng sagot, letter A or letter B. The correct answer is letter A. So, dapat siya sa sales discount for 12 pesos. So, your journal entry for that is cash, debit. Debit yung sales discount. And then, credit accounts receivable. So, sabi niya kasi dito, it's within the discount period. So, nahabol niya yung discount period. So, meron siyang 2% na discount. So, that's 600 times 2% na discount. That's 12,000. Yung accounts receivable niya na 600 pesos. And yung cash na babayaran niya, so that's 600 less the discount na 588. So, yan yung journal entry. Na-follow nyo ba? Pahingin nga ng thumbs up dyan kung na-follow nyo. Ayun, may thumbs up. So, next question na tayo. Number 13. The collection of a 900 peso account after the 2% discount period will result in A. Debit to cash for 882 pesos. B. Debit to accounts receivable for 900 pesos. Letter C. Debit to cash for 900 pesos. Or letter D. Debit to sales discount for 12 pesos. Okay lang yan, David. Okay, so David, your answer is B for 13. And Eli, your answer is B for 13. So, tingnan natin yung correct answer. The correct answer is actually letter C. So, collection siya ng, collection na siya. So, i-collect mo na yung payment para doon sa benta. So, pag mag-collect ka ng payment, you're going to debit cash and not accounts receivable. That's credit accounts receivable. So, pansinin niyo yung problem. Sabi niya dito, after the discount period, ibig sabihin, hindi na siya nakahabol. Hindi niya na na-take advantage yung discount period. That's why, babayaran niya ng full. Babayaran niya ng full yung account. So, bakit accounts now? Yung on account na mako-collect. So, that's 900 pesos. And cash, debit cash na 900 pesos and accounts receivable na 900. Ayun. So, next question na tayo. Next number, 14. In preparing the closing entries for a merchandising company, the income summary account will be credited for the balance of A. Sales, B. Merchandise inventory, C. Sales discount, or letter D. Freight out. Let me repeat the question. In preparing the closing entry merchandising company, the income summary account will be credited for the balance of A. Sales, B. Merchandise inventory, C. Sales discount, or D. Freight out. You can start answering sa chat box. B. Merchandise inventory ba? No. So the correct answer is letter A. Yan. So kailan ka magka-credit ng merchandise ay ng income summary? So sales, i-close mo na yung sales and then lilipat mo siya sa income. So ganito yung journal entry niya. Debit sales, credit, income summary. Yun. So, next question na tayo. Number 15. Income from operations will always result if letter A, the cost of goods sold exceeds the operating expenses. Letter B, revenues exceed cost of goods sold. Letter C, revenues exceed operating expenses. Or letter D, gross profit exceeds operating expenses. Let me repeat. Income from operations will always result if A, the cost of goods sold exceeds operating expenses. B, revenues exceed cost of goods sold. C, revenues exceed operating expenses. Or letter D, gross profit exceeds operating expenses. So, Ili said letter A. How about the other? David said letter D. And the correct answer is letter D. So, ayun. So, So, yung income or yung net income, makukuha mo siya if nilas mo yung gross profit sa if nilas mo yung operating expenses sa gross profit. Ayun. So, that is for the multiple choice questions. Ayun. And then we have other set of problems here. Yan. So, this is in relation naman sa income statement ng isang merchandising business. So for this question, for this problem, pwede bang mag-ask ako ng mag-unmute? Dalawa lang kayo dito. So, ayun. May I ask Ili to answer itong column na to? And then next later, for DEF naman si David. Ay, nasa bus. Okay, sige. I-chat nyo na lang sa chat box yung answer. Or, Ili, mas gusto mo ba na mag-unmute? Or chat box na lang din? Ayan, sige. So, given, ayan, 3 items are missing in each of the following columns. So, this is the first column. The second column, may 3 items na missing, and they are identified by letter. So, required is to calculate the missing amounts and identify them by letter. So, let's start with A. So, the value of A or the value of sales for the first column. Ili, what is your answer? And for the value of sales, so the answer is 455,000 pesos. How did you arrive sa 455 pesos? Your answer is correct. Paano ka nag-arrive sa sales na 455K? Ayun, work back. So, net sales, add mo yung sales discounts, and yung returns and allowances, you will arrive at 455,000. How about letter B? What is the value or the amount of the beginning inventory? Ayun. So, the value of the beginning inventory is 210,000 actually. So, David, paano ka nag-come up sa 200,000? Kulang ng 10,000. Wait, nasa bus kasi. Sige, ano na lang. Ako na lang. So, kinompute yung beginning inventory. Mag-work back ka from cost of goods sold. Pataas naman. So, cost of goods sold plus ending inventory. Kanina. 260 plus 170. That's less mo yung cost of goods purchase or yung purchases. And you will arrive at 210. Ayan. Na-follow ba? Kulang ng 10. So, ganun siya i-compute. So, mag-work back ka naman para makuha yung beginning inventory. So, yung mga nililes mo dati, pagpababa siya, pagpataas mo siya isosolve, i-add mo naman. And then vice versa. Ayun. So, kulang ng 10. So, letter C, Ili. What is the gross profit? What is your answer for the value or the amount of gross profit? $250,000. So, tama nga ba yung sagot mo? The correct answer is 160,000. 160 siya. So, how do you compute for the gross profit? Madali lang, di ba? Net sales plus cost of goods sold is equal to gross profit. Net sales, 420 or 20,000 na net sales. This one. Less yung cost of goods sold mo na 260. That's 160,000. Na-follow ba? Pahingi nga ng thumbs up dyan kung na-follow nyo. Ayun. Na-follow. So, next na tayo. We have the net sales, letter D. May I ask for David's answer for letter D? Letter D, the net sales is 805,000. 805,000 nga pa. That is correct. So, ililess mo lang yan, di ba? To arrive at net sales, i-compute mo lang sales less sales returns and allowances less sales discount. I mean, 15,000. So, 840 less 20 less 15. That's 805,000. How about Ely? What is the cost of letter? What is the amount for letter E? Missing amount for letter E. So, cost of goods purchase or cost of purchases. $552K. Let's see. The answer is actually 558,000. So, paano na-compute yung 558,000? Work back ulit. So, that is cost of goods sold na 555. Diba? Dati nililas mo yung ending inventory. Ngayon, i-add back mo na siya. That's 303. And then, ina-add yung beginning inventory. So, ngayon, ililas mo naman siya. 300. So, we have 558,000. Ayan. Na-follow ba? Wag yes na lang sa chat box. Nahihirapan kasi akong tumingin ng ranks. Sorry. Mag-respond na lang kung nagets. Ayun. Thank you. Now, last letter F naman. Sino sasagot dito? David? Your answer is 250,000 and that is correct. Ganun ulit sa kanina, di ba? Net sales, na-compute na 805 plus the cost of goods sold na 555, that's 250,000. Ayun. Dahil kulang na tayo sa time, lampasan na natin tong problem 2. Ayun, isasend ko yung material, pero paki-check. Ayun, isolve nyo kung paano nakuha tong mga amount na to. Tapos, mag-jump na tayo. So, cost of goods sold. Paano i-compute yung cost of goods sold? Net sales plus gross profit lang, 580. Cost of goods available for sale. Ganun sa computation ng cost of goods sold, pero hindi mo ilalas yung ending. And your ending inventory is 27,000. Ayun. So, mag-jump na tayo agad sa problem 3 ha, kasi medyo kulang na rin tayo sa time. 15 minutes na lang. So, ayun. Pwedeng ganun ulit, palitan. Sino nauna kanina? Si Ili ba? Si Ili yung nauna kanina, no? Sa problem 1. Sa problem 3, pwedeng mauna naman si David. Ayun, so, sa first question, different sets of problems actually siya 5. So, sa first question, assume Baha Company has the following reported amounts. Sales of 510,000, sales returns and allowances for 15,000, cost of goods sold for 350,000, operating expenses na 110,000. The requirement is compute for the income from the operations. So, David, you can send your answer na sa chat box. $735,000. 735 pa? Ang layo ng sagot mo sa correct answer. But the correct answer is 35,000. So, paano na-compute yun? So, we have sales. Then, sales returns and allowances, SRA. COGS. And then, OPEX, operating expenses. So, income. So, paano na-compute yun? You have your sales, 510, less sales returns and allowances. Dali lang. Let's say, and then gross profit. Yun, so your sales is 510 less sales returns and allowances na 15. That is your net sales, 510 less 15, 495. Given na yung cost of goods sold mo, which is 350. So net sales plus cost of goods sold na 350. Your gross profit is 145,000 less operating expenses. So your operating expenses is 110. And then your income is gross profit less OPEX, 35,000. Ayun. Gross profit. Ayan. So, na-follow ba yung kung paano na-compute yung income? Yes, I assume. So, ayan, dapat kabisado niyo yung formula, yung computation, tapos yung breakdown parate. From sales hanggang sa cost of goods sold, hanggang sa parating kayo sa income. Dapat memorize niyo yung formula. Question, ED? Ready ka na ba? Number 2. At the beginning of September 2020, RFI company reported merchandise inventory of 4,000 pesos. And during the month, the company made purchases of 7,800. So at September 31, 2020, a physical count of inventory reported 3,200 on hand. So the cost of goods sold for the month is, you can now 8,600. The answer is correct, 8,600. So how did you compute for 8,600, Edie? 4,000 plus 7,800 less 3,200. And that is correct. So, ending. So, work back lang, di ba? So, 4,000 yung beginning mo. Add mo yung purchases na 7,800. And less mo yung ending na 3,200. You have 8,600. Ayan. So, proceed na tayo sa next question. Number 3. So, David A is using the periodic inventory system. For the year, its total purchases amounted to 250,000 pesos. Its unsold merchandise at the end of the year has a cost of 5,000 pesos, which is 80% of its beginning inventory. A's cost of sale is, ayun, so cost of sale or cost of goods sold, pareho lang yan. So, David, you can now send your answer. 245,000. 245,000 ba? The correct answer is 251,250. Ayan. So, paano nakuha yun? Kunin ko lang to. Okay. Ayan. So, ayan. Ganito yung formula niya. So, given na yung purchases, your purchases is 250,000. And then, binigay niya sa'yo yung ending ng merchandise inventory niya, which is 5,000. So, ang hinahanap niya is cost of sales, pero hindi niya binigay yung beginning inventory. So, how do you solve for that? Sinabi niya na yung merchandise inventory ending is 80% ng beginning inventory. So, kung yung ending 80%, ang 100% is itong beginning. So, paano makukuha yung 100% ng 5,000 pesos? So, madali lang yan. I-divide mo lang. So, 5,000 divided by the percentage na equivalent niya, 80%. So, makukuha mo yung beginning inventory na 100% na 6,250. And i-compute mo na. So, beginning inventory plus purchases less merchandise inventory. Ending. Ito plus ito plus ito. You have 251,250. Ayan. Nakuha ba? Na-follow ba? Mag-yes na lang sa chat box if na-follow yung computation. Ayan. Ayan. So, proceed na tayo sa next question. This is for Ili. Number 4. So, the total purchase is 1,176 pesos, net of 2% cash discount. Unsold portion of this purchase is 176 pesos, and the sale is at markup of 10%. So the gross profit is, you can now drop your answer, Ili, if meron na. So, nag-purchase ka, and then ibebenta mo lang din siya. Merchandising, retail, di ba? Your answer is 2,760. So, the correct answer is actually, yung gross profit niya is 100 pesos. So, paano na-compute yan? So, nag-purchase ka, di ba, ng 1,176 net of 2% cash discount. So, itong 1,176, na-less na dyan yung 2% kasi net of 2% cash discount na siya. So, pag net of, sabi niya, ibig sabihin na less na. Pero pag sinabi niyang gross, ibig sabihin hindi pa na-less. So, pag sinabi niyang net, ibig sabihin na less na. So, you don't have to compute for the cash discount anymore. Ito na yun. So, yung babayaran mo is 1,176. Kaso, may unsold portion ng 100, may unsold portion ng purchase ka na 176. So, yan yung, anong tawag mo dyan? Tigas. Total cost of goods available for sale. So, di ba, purchases, wala siyang beginning inventory. Assume mo na walang beginning inventory. Assume mo rin na walang fitting. So, beginning inventory niya, assume mo na wala kasi wala namang sinabi. Purchases is 176. 1,000 pala, 176. And then sabi niya, may unsold purchase siya na 176. So, ending mo yun. So, your cost of goods sold is 1,000. Diba? 1,176 less 176, 1,000. So, ito yung cost nung benenta mo. Ngayon, sinabi niya na may markup price ka na 10%. So, may kita ka na 10%. Yun yung profit mo. So, gross profit is 10% ng pinagbentahan mo. So, yung cost mo is at 1.10 or 110%. So, yung 10% na dinagdag mo, yun yung profit mo. So, 1,000 times 10% na kita mo. So, ang gross profit mo is 100. Ayun, so, bilisan ko na. I-explain ko na lang pati yung next. Ano ba kayo pareho? Ayun. So, Ayun. So, binili mo, nag-purchase ka, and then ibebenta mo lang din siya at a markup price na 10%. So, merchandise inventory, you have 0. Nag-purchase ka ng 1176. And then, may ending inventory ka pa na 176. So, your total cost of goods sold is 1,000. And then, your markup price is 10%. So, 1,000 plus 1,000 multiplied by markup price na, markup rate, sorry. Markup rate na 10%. That is 100 pesos. So, nakuha ba? Ay, nagets ba? Pa-chat na lang ng yes if nagets naman. Bilisan ko na, sorry. Ayun, yes. So, for the last problem, sige, sagutan ko na to. Number 5, C purchased merchandise for 5,000 and paid 200 for freight. FOB destination freight collect. The merchandise was sold at 120% of cost. So the gross profit is, the answer is 1,000 yung gross profit. So bakit 1,000 and ano yung connection nitong FOB? Yung tsaka freight collect. So, nag-purchase ka ng merchandise for 5,000. So, yung cost ng purchases mo is 5,000. Ngayon, nagbayad ka kaso ng freight. The freight terms are FOB destination, freight collect. So, pag FOB destination, ang mag-shoulder ng freight is yung seller. Correct? So, hindi siya kasama ng cost ng inventory mo or ng purchases mo kasi hindi ikaw yung mag-shoulder ng cost ng freight. However, sabi niya dito, freight collect. So, ikaw yung nagbayad. Binayaran mo lang. Kaso, hindi ikaw yung mag-shoulder ng cost. That's why, itong 200 na to, hindi siya kasama sa cost ng purchases mo na 5,000. So, assuming na walang merchandise inventory beginning and walang merchandise inventory ending, so your purchases is equal to your cost of goods sold. So your purchases is 5,000, assuming it is equal to your cost of goods sold na walang merchandise inventory beginning and walang merchandise inventory ending. So, yan yun. Di ba parang ganito? Pag 0 yung beginning, 0 din yung ending, then your purchases is equal to your COGS. Yan, ganito. Tingnan nyo. Di ba? Nag-equal siya. Pero ibalik natin yung kanina. Ayan. Ayun. So, assuming na equal siya, and nabenta mo siya without defect, without return, without discounts, yan yung cost mo mismo. And nabenta mo siya at 120%. So, markup rate mo is 20%. So, your gross profit is at markup rate na 20%. So, purchases or cost of goods sold, 5,000 multiplied by your markup rate, 1,000. Ayun. So, that was it for this discussion. I-stop share ko na and isend ko na lang yung materials later. Yes. So, that is it for our discussion or for the session for today. Yun, pasensya na nag-overtime. Hindi na ako kukuha ng masyadong maraming time. Thank you sa participation nyo and thank you for bearing with me today. Ayun. So, if you could kindly open your cameras na lang for documentation before we end. Ayun. Welcome. Thank you, Dean.
Okay, pare po.
Ayun.
So,
So,
smile na 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
ayun. So, thank you sa participation niyo today. Ayun, thank you sa participation today. You're welcome and thank you din. Sana may na-impart kami sa inyo na knowledge today. And ayun. Good morning and God bless Future Space. And na po yung meeting.